This is Mitch, and I have purchased a property about every 4 to 5 days in or about my hometown of San Antonio, Texas for over 2 decades. Now that and $7 will get you a very expensive cup of coffee at one of those expensive coffee houses, but you just might learn a thing or two from 27 years worth of experience and a lot of deals, some that went good, about 2,000 of them, and a lot of deals that didn't ever go through. Thousands upon thousands that I never got to make it because I made a mistake or I just couldn't convince a seller to sell. So stay tuned, because today we're going to be talking about what is a home warranty when selling a house. We'll be right there on that topic in just a second. So, what are home warranties and are they worth it? Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of home warranties, starting with what is a home warranty to begin with? What are the pros of a home warranty? What are the cons of a home warranty? And how much should you expect to pay for a home warranty? Then we're going to discuss, do home warranties actually increase the value of your home? And last but not least, I'm going to give you a very valuable tip about home warranties when you are buying a house yourself. And I'm really talking about investors here. So there's a big tip at the end of this you're going to not want to miss. So stay tuned. We're going to discuss this and more right now. So the first question on the list was, what is a home warranty? So I went to the real estate dictionary and this is what they had to say. A home warranty is a service agreement where the customer pays a small premium to cover for repairs and replacements of home systems and appliances wearing out mechanically. Whenever a service request is filed, the customer pays a small deductible as a service fee, and the company pays the cost for the work done. Home warranties significantly reduce out-of-pocket expenses incurred as a result of unexpected repairs and replacements of covered conditions. That's what the dictionary has to say. So as if you didn't know what a home warranty was, now you do. And now we're going to talk about some of the pros of a home warranty. So what are some of the pros or some of the advantages of having a home warranty system? Well, the first thing is peace of mind. You're putting a hedge between you and some unexpected expenses, and that's always got to be good. It gives you some peace of mind. The other thing is it's a great way to save, because you know things are going to break, and it's kind of a little bit of a lottery, but you know, if you have a lot of things break early, then you're ahead of the game. If you don't have anything break, then you're behind in the game. But like I said, it's a good hedge. You'll also get a lot of discounts because the providers of these home warranties can give you the hookup to some people that will charge less to you because they're running through a company that gives them a lot of volume. So you could get some pretty good pricings from some pros. You're also going to get easy access to licensed technicians, people that specialize in the problems that you're having. And this could be failing appliances that just need a quick fix or a filter or a replacement gizmo, you know. So a lot of times we don't even know who to call for those kind of things. So that's an important one. Access to some technical pros. Also, home warranties can easily be transferred. So if you ever sell your house, you can transfer the warranty, and that might mean something to your buyer, and it might make the difference between them buying your house or buying someone else's house. Some of the cons to the policies is that basically policies vary widely, and so you really have to read the fine print in these policies. A lot of things that you have to watch for are kind of like buyer beware, or things like exclusions in the policies. What's excluded? If the things that you're worried about the most are excluded, then the policy is not really worth much to you. Also, if your home is relatively new, you may not even need a home warranty policy because everything in your home will be new. Sometimes you don't get a choice in service providers. So if something does break, you're going to have to use the warranty services, their vendors, whoever they recommend. That's who you're going to have to use. And that means, you know, you may not be able to deal with people you like or that you're familiar with. Sometimes these policies don't cover pre-existing conditions. So if you've had work done on things before, or I don't know, there's some kind of evidence that this thing's had a condition before, you may not be covered. So there's also this thing called limitations of device services, which means basically if this thing's been fixed once or twice before and it keeps breaking, they're not going to keep going out and fixing it. And it could happen as little as with one repair. If they go out and repair it once and then it breaks again, they're not going out there again. Sometimes specific parts aren't covered or are covered. You'll need to know the differences, what's covered and what's not. And they'll also specify sometimes whether you have to repair something or if they're going to replace something. Then there's always coverage exclusions. And that could be maybe your coverage isn't intact because you didn't do the maintenance. Maybe the reason why your air conditioner is failing is because you never changed the filter. And when they go out there and they see that air conditioner is just filthy because you never changed the filter, they're not going to honor the warranty. So these are some of the cons. Nothing surprising, but you would want to go through your warranty or have someone thoroughly explain and answer these questions for you and make sure that they're being answered satisfactorily for you and your property. Next on the list is how much should you expect to pay for a home warranty? Now, I see these home warranties ranging from about $300 to $750 total. Then there's usually a fee per month from $25 or $20 to $50 a month. They vary as well. It probably has a lot to do with the extent of the coverage that you're getting. Again, you're going to have to shop around. But we have this wonderful thing called the internet these days. It shouldn't be too hard to find home warranties that are highly recommended or have a lot of good reviews and are affordable. And remember, there are a lot of different kinds of policies. There are policies for landlords. There's policies for buyers. There's policies for sellers. There's policies for realtors and agents. So there's a lot of different kinds of policies, and you'll want to get one for whatever position you're in if you think it's advantageous for you in that position. So, do home warranties increase the value of your property? I'm going to say the answer is no. However, it could make your property more appealing and attract more prospects and give you a better chance of closing a prospect. But is it really going to change the value of your house? I don't think so. Maybe there's some room for argument in there, but I don't think so. So if you think that having a home warranty increases the actual value of your property, I'd like to know why. Go ahead and comment below and tell me why. I just can't for the life of me think of how that would really work, but I could be wrong. That's one thing I like about doing podcasts and doing YouTube is I learn a lot in the process, and I'm always open to learn, and in no way do I think I know everything. I do know a few things, but I don't know everything. Okay, now before I go on to this tip that I was going to give you about home warranties when you're buying a house, let's do something here. Let's take a little time to acknowledge that like and that share button, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And now, more about that tip. Early on in this episode, I told you that home warranties were easily transferable and that when you went to sell your house, you could easily transfer that to your buyer. But let's flip that around. Let's learn to start asking our sellers, the people that we're buying houses from, let's start learning to ask them if they have a home warranty in place already. Because, again, it's very easy for them to transfer that warranty to you for little to no cost. This is a warranty that you could be picking up for nothing, and you're going to buy the property anyways. The problem is, most real estate investors don't know to ask the question from their seller. Do you have a home warranty in effect right now as we're talking? If they say yes, then say in your purchase agreement that they need to transfer that warranty along with the sale. And boom, you might be covered for all kinds of things that you are going to have to pay for. And that's the tip. I'd like to thank all of you for joining me today. And I'd like to give you a free copy of a few chapters in my first book, My Life in 1,000 Houses, Failing Forward to Financial Freedom. And those chapters concern an idea called the moat theory. Moat, M-O-A-T, like a moat around a castle. It was a theory that I developed when I was trying to figure out how to include failure in my process, but not sink and completely go under and drown every time I failed. It's a little theory called the moat theory, and it's how I learned to fail forward at a rapid pace. All you have to do is go to 1000houses.com/free-stuff or click on this link right below, and you'll get a digital download of it just like that, and you'll be reading it and be done with it and be all the smarter for it in no time. This is Mitch, and I'm headed to the next episode. Why don't you come with me?